Because there are losses, and then there's last night as we welcome Jerry Manuel in. And, Skip, I haven't talked to you since your first week been away, so I tell you, they don't get any uglier than last night.
That's true. That was not pretty at all. We kind of had a meltdown there in the ninth inning. And like I said, the sun came up today, or it's a little cloudy, but we got a game today.
Jerry, let me ask you the question that we've been knocking around all day. If Johan had asked you to go back out in the ninth, would you have allowed him?
If he'd have been adamant about that, I'm sure I would have.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's an honest answer. Okay. But he didn't, and he was okay with your decision to pull him.
Sure.
And it made sense. Listen, there's not much I can do about strategy here. You know, everyone wanted to see him pitch 9 after the decision. Before it, I'm sure they weren't that worried about it. I mean, 3-run lead in the ninth, you got to figure you can get 3 outs.
Right. We felt very good and very comfortable about the decision that I made there to take him out. And I was, as I was trying to explain to some of the writers, is that we just happen to be in an era where pitchers don't go 9 innings. And that's a part of our fault as people that have been in baseball in this era as development people, managers, and coaches.
And he's only gone 6 complete games in his illustrious career. But if Howard led off the ninth, you would have sent him out there to pitch to Howard. You had said that, right?
If he'd have got Burrell out, yes, exactly. Yeah. That would have meant he was still, the way I felt, had decent stuff.
Is there anything you wish you had done differently in the ninth inning once it unfolded?
I don't know if there was been anything I could have done strategically. I could have possibly been maybe I was thinking maybe a hitter late with taking Sanchez out, but I felt that he was that guy there.
Okay,
so, I felt good. I felt good with the decisions I made. I just didn't make good ones.
Well, listen, I mean, you put the guys in there. You didn't have Wagner. Now, when did you find out? Did you find out in the middle of the game that Wagner couldn't go, or did you know before the game he couldn't go?
I knew before the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he available this evening?
I don't know that even as we speak right now.
Okay. Let's go through that inning. Do you think what was your message to Reyes, and what is your take on the Reyes play?
Well, Reyes, he got a little frantic there. I think he was trying to do too much there at that time. Instead of get the 1 out, he was trying to get 2 and got none. And their guy, Victorino, hustled down there to second base and beat him to the bag. From what I understand, the replays show he clearly beat him.
Oh, he clearly beat him. I mean, he definitely beat him. Yeah, he did.
And so my message to him was just to make sure we get an out in that particular situation. I thought Joe Smith made a good pitch to get that ground ball.
He did.
Is what we were looking for. We just did not execute on the defensive end of it. I think that's what we did when we were in the streak. We made the pitch that we had to make, and we also completed the execution defensively. And last night we did none of that.
Now, Indy goes back on a ball about as well as anybody. Did you think he was playing a mite shallow, or you're okay where he was on that play?
I was okay where he was, Mike, at that particular time because Taguchi appeared to be defensive.
Okay.
In his approach.
Yeah, he made had a great at bat. He fouled off a bunch of pitches.
Yes, he did.
And he's a tough out because he was tough against the Mets years ago in big spots. He's a tough out.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
A good fastball hitter.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And I felt good in that count. In a different count, I would probably have felt a little different with that. But I felt good where he was, and that's what I like the outfielders to do. I like for them to be aggressive. If a guy is being protective, then you have to be aggressive. If he's being aggressive, then you have to be protected.
All right, let me get to the third base. We're talking with Jerry Manuel in his regular spot here on the Fan, Mike and the Mad Dog program, Dog Off, as the Mets get ready for Game 2 this evening off their very tough loss last night. Did you have a problem with your third base coach's judgment considering both spots no out and the heart of the order coming up?
Well, the first one, it took two good throws to get him.
Two great throws, yeah.
Yeah. I can live with that. Anytime you got to make those types of throws to get a guy out, I have no problem with that. I know a lot of people say, well, no outs, but there's a lot of times you leave a guy out there anyway, with the heart of your order up. Now, the second one I thought was a misread in the sense that it was a line drive that appeared almost catchable. So Indy had to hesitate. And Louis still felt that he could score, and they made a good throw to get him out.
So you're okay with the first, weren't so good on the second one?
Right.
Okay.